Oh shit, what's up, bro?
What's up, bro?
Just right here, dude. I'm about to do some melatonin.
Dude,
What's up, man?
so when we were chatting and you were like, I'm gonna go live, I'm gonna pull you in. And I didn't want to put in writing, no, I want to be on top.
Oh, hey, dude. Hey, dude. I could be a bottom, bro. Power bottom. Wait. Can we say stuff like that here or what?
Absolutely. When you post this, just invite me as a collaborator so I can put it on my page also. And that'll be really good.
Órale. What's up, dude? What's
I'm
up?
good. I'm so good. So listen, generally I have a format that I do, but I'm happy to follow your format because this is now I'm on the bottom.
Hey, dude. Power bottom, bro.
Power bottom. So I'm happy to roll with you in whatever format you have, and if you want me to just do the format that I normally do, I'm happy to do that also.
Yeah, I'll do the format you do. I'll follow your lead.
Okay, so
I don't really go live on this, so like I always trip out when like people go on after that they leave right away. So
yeah.
exit, you know.
Yeah, no, it's listen, you're hilarious, and I'm honored to interview you and to talk about your comedy. I watch you on your social media. I see you on so many like different podcasts that you've been on, and you're hilarious. Generally, what I always love to do, and I think that people find it very interesting because they see your social media, they see you on Fools Gone Wild, they see all your little skits, right? And you're very well established, touring the nation, doing your comedy, working with big names such as Felipe Esparza, Jesus Sepulveda. How did you get started in comedy? Can you take us on that journey? Like, were you always funny? Were you the funny guy in school? How did it all happen?
I don't know, man. I always wanted to do stand-up, dude, and then I found an open mics by my house. You know, the Laugh Factory. That's the first open mic I went to, and then yeah, dude. I sucked the first time, but I got like probably one laugh, and that was enough to keep me going. You know, I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go, bro. So yeah.
So it was like because a lot of comedy clubs have like an open mic night. Did you
Yeah.
just like sign up for that?
I signed up for the open mic night, yeah, at the Laugh Factory. It's Tuesdays, every Tuesday. I think they still do it, man. So Taco Tuesday, go grab your tacos, go sign up for the open mic, write some jokes, hey,
And when you
Peso Plum, I don't know.
when you did it, did you already have like content? Did you already have like, okay, this is how I'm gonna do my routine?
Yeah, I wrote jokes. I wrote jokes in high school. I remember my last year of high school, I was writing jokes in a computer class. Yeah, computer class. I used to go write jokes, look at porno, play some, download some illegal music on that shit, dude. Give the school computer a virus, bro. That's what I did, and I wrote jokes. So yeah.
And then when you did your first stand-up comedies at the Laugh Factory, did you continue to go back?
Yeah, I started going to other open mics, Laugh Factory every Tuesday. Como se dice, improv, comedy store, because because it was like I grew up in I was born in Boyle Heights, East LA, and then I grew up pretty much like my elementary school was in Alhambra, which is just like right there. It's like right there by like downtown. So it's only like 6 miles from downtown LA, Alhambra. So yeah.
Got it. Yeah. So what's interesting to me is that when I've interviewed comedians in the past, they normally, when they first started out, they would have like a spot. There was like their spot. And that's where they would go to the open mics, meet other comedians, start getting involved.
Yeah.
And, kind of like, are you taking gummies? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm taking vitamins.
You're gonna power up in the interview.
I got the melatonin vitamins right here, dude.
Okay, but doesn't that make you sleepy?
See, melatonin. I don't know, man. Because this is all natural shit, right? Because it's got chamomile and lavender, and I like drinking chamomile tea. That shit just relaxes me. So
yeah, I know.
So your body actually produces melatonin naturally, but it's only at nighttime. It's like a thing that makes you go to sleep,
Oh, got it.
Mm-hmm.
So when you eat it, it kind of helps to like like sets a vibe.
It's the same thing when your body produces vitamin D with the sun, you know, but you can also take supplements. So I guess that's how it works, you know. So
I've never tried that. So was the Laugh Factory the one you would go back to and kind of really develop your whole style?
yeah, Laugh Factory was cool. I went there all the time. Every Tuesday, the improv was fun. That's where I met a lot of like my friends that I know now to this day. That's where I first met. Me and Melissa Villaseñor used to do open mics together. Super funny. And then came so yeah, so like I met a lot of my friends there, dude. Improv, comedy store. Comedy store you have to be 21, dude. So I remember I had to wait outside. So I had to wait outside.
Yeah.
And so I could do my set. So I have to do my set. I'll go in there and do my 3 minutes, and then they would be all right, get the fuck out, you know?
So at what age did you start?
I started at 18, 19.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, cause you look really young.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah.
Gracias.
I've heard you do like the jokes, right? Where you're like, bro, I'm actually in my 30s. Right.
I'm in my 30s, yeah, dude. You got moisturized, bro. I tell people, dude, where's my sun? You do, bro. I wear sunblock every day. You're supposed to take your vitamins, bro. And I moisturize every day, you know. And sunblock is important because sunblock, it says on the packaging, dude, like it slows down skin aging. So yeah.
Yeah, that's so dope. So at what point did the show start happening where you are those is that Mexican pesos?
I'm in Mexico now, dude. I'm in Tijuana.
Are you really?
No, just kidding. I bet.
You're like,
technically
bro,
I am, dude. Right, where I live at, dude.
Right
This
now?
is basically Mexico.
Are you in East LA?
I'm in Norwalk right now, so it's like more hood. Like people have been popping fireworks here since fucking since May, bro. Like my poor dog, they're scared, dude. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
I'm downtown in the Arts District right now. You know, I don't actually know Norwalk. I need to go out there.
Where are you from?
I'm from DC.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Are you Salvadorian?
What's that? No.
Are you
Salvadorian?
Salvadorian?
Oh yeah, because in DC they're all Salvadorian.
Yeah, dude. Dude, there's a bro. I tell people there's a pupusa restaurant right next to the White House, man. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no.
And a fun fact for people that don't know, I always say as a joke, like it's true. Monica Lewinsky is half Salvadorian, you know?
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
wonder Chupapito Bueno.
That's right.
Yeah. Salvadorian girls, man. They almost make you lose your government job, bro. Fuck, dude.
Well, I used to work for the government when I lived in DC.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. But I live in LA now, but I'm still learning all the different areas, and I'm downtown LA. But yeah. And my dad's from Chile and my mom's from Guatemala. That's some DC thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Chile, homie. I have homies that are from Chile.
That's right.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to ask was like, you know, you start going to the Laugh Factory, then you're going to the improv, and you're really building the skill set, right? And then at what point do you go like outside of LA? Who's the first person you teamed up with? Because you've traveled the country. You've gone all over with your comedy. When did it?
Tijuana, bro. So yeah, you know, the first time I went out of town, out of LA, because I mean, Orange County doesn't count because it's right here, Orange County. Maybe I'm trying to think, bro. My first road gig must have been shit. It must have been Bakersfield, dude. I think that's everybody's road gig. Bakersfield, or Victorville, or even Hemet. Any of those cities. It's funny because when you go to those towns, like you're like, oh my gosh, dude, this is my first road gig, dude. You know, they give you a hotel. You're like, oh hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jack off in this hotel. You know, like what happened? What?
And then did it just continue expanding? Did you come back to LA, keep working out of the clubs, then get another gig, and then just expand it? Because now you've done basically nationwide.
Yeah. So I mean, nowadays, I want to say what's up to the people joining. What's up, guys? Saul says he's in Tijuana right now. What the hell?
He's in real Tijuana.
Hey, dude, bring me some tacos, homie. So yeah, what the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, dude. So like, it's so different back then, bro, like the way it was, because like now, like there was a structure back then with comedy clubs. You know, there's a way to do it. There was levels. You know, there was like stages. Because back then you do a whole bunch of open mics.
Yeah.
Somebody would see you. You get discovered. What's up to shout out to Active Collision, Lopaldo. He's the owner of Active Collision. So you guys get in a car accident, bro, because you know you're driving down Figueroa and you're looking at those fucking hoochies. You crash. Go to Active Collision. And he'll hook it up. I mean, I don't know, but he'll give you a good deal. I don't say he's gonna do it for free. But he'll give you a good deal. Mention my name, Martin Rizo, and Leo, and we do the podcast together. Sound ready, bro? So hell yeah, dude.
That's awesome, man.
So yeah, the structure back then, bro, it was different, dude. Because like I said, open mics. Somebody will see you. The comedy club will, they'd be like, we're gonna develop you. You're gonna come here. You're gonna do longer sets. And that's how it was. You get a manager. They would see you. You start headlining. They would develop you. They would put you in movies or sitcoms. Or you go to auditions. So that was the way it was done back then. And that's when I started. That was you just do a whole bunch of open mics. You get an agent. You do commercials. You todo ese pedo. And then, what's it called? I remember that's what I did. I did open mics. Yeah. But then I remember I was doing these open mics. I was like, me and Melissa were like the only Latinos doing open mics in the Hollywood scene. Wow. Yeah. Melissa de Senor Shara, she was on SNL, Saturday Night Live. She's like the first Mexican on SNL. Wow. And so yeah, I remember I met this one comedian, Donnie, who's the what's up, Alex Tapia. So I remember I met this one lady, and she was like, "Oh, you ever done the Mexican Refried Fridays?" That was the name of the night at the Improv. I'm like, no, what is that? So I went to Refried Fridays. It was Latino night. Every Friday night was a badass show. And then I remember I hit up the booker online. Some guy. His name was first I messaged Johnny Sanchez. I remember because I used to watch him on Matt TV. And then he told me, "Oh yeah, hit up by this guy. He's the guy that books the Refried Fridays." So I did Refried Fridays. It was a badass show, dude. I remember the first time I did, Jamie Kennedy was there. Wow. And a whole bunch of other big names were there. It was a badass night, dude. And then with that, I met a whole other world of comedy, Latino, in the Latino scene, which is mostly on the East Side. Yeah. So I went there, met these guys. I started doing these shows on the East Side. So it was different because these guys were not following the traditional route as the other side. It was because back the Hollywood scene, because you do open mic, you wait for the gatekeepers to give you a chance, por favor, But in the East Side, these guys were just rock stars, bro. They're like, oh yeah, you have a nightclub, you have a bar. Okay, we're gonna do comedy. Okay. Who's the headliner? I'm the headliner. You're the headliner. So it was like that, So, and Sebastian Cetina that joined, he's actually one of the guys that actually ran a lot of good shows on the East Side, the Latino scene. Wow. So, yeah, dude. So it was such a difference from the Latino scene to the Hollywood scene because these guys were just producing and they were rock stars already, bro. They're like, we're not gonna let these comedy club owners or managers tell us that we're ready or not. We're ready to do our own shows. We're rock stars, So yeah, so these guys were fucking doing the big shows. Because I remember doing the open mic, I'm like, oh dude, it was cool, man, but there's nothing but comedians in the audience. Yeah. I go to the East Side. Do you want to do a show at this nightclub in Pico Rivera? I'm like, hell yeah. Yeah. Go there, bro. There's 100 people there. Wow. I'm like, this is an actual show. These are actual audience. So the East Side was crazy. So yeah. So yeah, man, it was badass, dude.
And then recently you performed at the Netflix as a Joke Comedy Festival. How was that?
It was fun, dude. It was with Felipe Esparza, man. Shout out to Felipe. Yeah. It was his show, and it was part of the Netflix is a festival show, and it was badass, dude. That was a cool experience. So yeah, it's cool to
multiple comedians, right?
Yeah. So it's a big festival all around LA County, not LA County, but Hollywood, just different spots, different venues have their own shows. So yeah, it's badass, dude. So yeah, that's cool, it was an experience. Yeah,
you do like a lot of work with Felipe, right? It's like you guys are tight, you work together. I see you on
Yeah.
podcasts together and doing things. How did y'all meet?
I met him because we're friends on MySpace. I remember, and I used to see it. I used to see him on TV, and I remember I had a show at the "What's up, Patio 024 Honolulu." Oh, you saw me in Honolulu. I love Honolulu. Melahalo. I mean, mahalo.
Melatonin.
Melatonin, dude. But oh yeah, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, Felipe, man. We did a show, the Laugh Factory, together, and I remember we became some kidnapped me. He kidnapped me, so we became friends there, you know. And then yeah, dude. Since then we became homies, and then I remember I was there when he won Last Comic Standing, and then also he what's it called? Uh, Child support suspended his driver's license, so he couldn't drive. So I used to take him to comedy shows. So yeah.
That's cool. That's where you guys got really tight.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Child support, you know?
Thanks to child support.
Yeah. Thank you, government.
And one of the things that's really unique, I find, from you, that I think a lot of comedians aren't doing it. Because, you're a stand-up comedian. You came on the stand-up scene. You're grinding, you're touring, right? You're out across the nation, but you're very active on social media.
Yeah.
And create content. I've seen you on Fools Gone Wild. I've seen you create really funny skits, right? And I think a lot of comedians aren't doing that. They'll have clips from their show, right?
Oh, stand-up clips, yeah.
Right? But you're actually creating cholo content. You're creating, skateboarding content. Really, taking, I don't even know if they're real, man. I can't tell if you're like fictionalizing content or if it's just that really happened to you and it's that funny, but you have awesome content that goes viral, and you've gone viral many times, things with hundreds of thousands of views, 1 million views,
yeah.
Even, right?
Yeah.
So talk to us about that, how, at that moment where you went from the open mic to performing, at stages across the nation to like, I'm gonna start actually creating unique content for my social media channels.
Yeah, I've always been a big fan of like social media, YouTubers. I used to watch like a lot of YouTubers when like around like the early 2010s. I used to watch a lot of YouTubers, and I liked making videos, dude. It was so fun. What's up, Maloso Zacatecano? What's up, brother man? Órale, guys. Stevie Wonder, like this. That's how Stevie Wonder does. What did I say? Oh yeah, dude. So I've always liked doing videos. I always liked sketches because I was entertained by that. So I always wanted to do it, And I used to watch like these YouTubers, like that guy Eric Ochoa, the Cholo, what's it called? Eagle the Cholo. I used to watch that guy. Another YouTuber. So then I was making YouTube videos because I want to be part of the community. So I remember like 10 years ago, or a little bit over 10 years ago, I used to work for this after-school comedy program in South LA, like Compton and Watts. And one of the guys I used to do that with was Jose B, who was another stand-up comedian. He's like viral like right now. He does the Salvadorian stuff. He's super funny. Look him up, Jose B, Hoozay. And me and him used to work together at that school. And like when the kids were all gone, when the kids left the school, we would use like the lab, the classrooms for our sketches, We, oh, cool, yeah, let's this is our playground. Let's do some sketches here. So we did that, bro. And me and him were always like just dreams, like we gotta go viral, bro. Like we made some funny sketches, and like even back then we were like we need to go viral. That was our dream, Every time we posted videos, we used to be like, we're gonna go viral today, bro. And like it took a while to go to get those views.
Yeah.
But hey, man, so like I always did sketches. I want to entertain people, and I want to be successful, So I'm like, I want to like either it be stand up or what's it called? I like being an entertaining guy, So that's like showing my skating, my everyday life, And so I remember during the early Vine days, I used to do a lot of Vine videos, and I had a couple of clips that went viral. So it was me, Jose V, and my friend George Wang Jr., who's a comedian, also skates. We did a lot of videos. So we were always kind of just like, we gotta get into the next level, bro. We see these guys, let's do that,
Yeah.
inspiring.
That's
So then I was always doing sketches, little sketches. So you can go back to like my YouTube or even my Instagram, like fucking like sketches from more than 10 years ago. So when like TikTok came, and then when everybody started doing reels,
yeah.
it was just like I was already doing it. So it was like okay, cool. Like I have a whole bunch of backlog of
Content.
like contents. I can either reuse that
Yeah.
or do new stuff. So for me, because I know a lot of comedians, stand-up comedians, they're very como se dice, they are very comedy purists, where like either that like they care too much what people are gonna say, like so like they don't post that much, sketches out there. Suppose like, dude, like just go. Who cares what people think? So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. And you also showcase your skating a lot. Dude, you're deep and you're good too. You could skate.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, dude. I've been skating for like 20 years, man.
Wow.
I
Wow.
love it, dude. It's my passion, dude. It's my what is it? I don't say hobby. It's more like a lifestyle,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah. That's cool.
It's like it's a subculture.
Yeah. It is really cool how you take comedy, which is your passion, and skating, which is your passion, and use mediums like Instagram and TikTok, and then mix it with comedy, right? And your background, your Latino background, and things that are unique to the barrio, and you're creating unique content that is like, it's like LA, East LA skating comedy
Yeah.
moments, right?
Yeah. It's like a hybrid of that. So pretty much it's like an inspiration. All that was Jackass. The first time I saw something with comedy and skateboarding, and it came from that culture. I'm like, oh, dude, this is what I do, bro. So yeah.
That's really, really cool. There were some of your viral moments that I wanted to ask you about, like were they just content or were they like real, right? So like the one where the guy at the Costco hits your car and leaves tacos, and a little like sign that says like, sorry I hit your car, like was that like content creation, or was it did that happen?
That was real. Yeah.
Wow.
It was a little exaggerated. It was a little it was inspired by true events, but I did get scratched, and a little, and the guy was like, hey man, here's some tacos. So he gave me tacos. So I was like, you know what, let me just embellish just a little bit, and I added the card, and just kind of like,
let me capture the moment and make it for
yeah.
media. But
and that's what they do. That's what they do in reality TV shows. It's like they'll when they say something, it'll be like, okay, let's say if somebody says funny and it wasn't caught on camera, it would be like, let's go back, let's film this, and just like embellish it.
Right.
Put a little bit of fucking a little bit of what's it called? Yeah,
Hollywood. Let's capture the
oh
moment.
yeah, exactly.
That's dope, man. The you were in the film Funny Fat Guy, right?
Oh yeah,
and
damn, yeah, that's old school, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you like creating these skits. You love acting and creating moments on film. Have you been in other TV or movies other than Funny Fat Guy?
So Funny Fact, yeah, that was a cool indie movie with a homie Sandy Danto. He's super funny comedian. I've done other stuff. I've done a lot of fucking like indie stuff. I did this other indie movie. It was called I tried to find it. It was on Amazon for a bit, dude. What the fuck is it called? Body High. It was me. Nick Swartz was in the movie too. You can find the commercial. You can find the trailer online. It's called Body High, and it's it was actually a good cast, and I had a little, somebody said porn. Hey, dude.
I got some career, not that career.
I got some classics in there, bro. No, but yeah, so hey, yo, dude. So yeah, dude. So I did that movie. I had like a scene where I was like a little cholo, because I used to shave my hair. I used to buzz my hair like in 2012.
Okay.
For some reason, I went through like that little like that Mac Miller phase, So I used to buzz my head. So like I did that, and we shot that in Long Beach. But Body High, bro, I forgot about that. So look it up. I don't know if you can find it somewhere, but I did Body High. I did a whole bunch of I did this one thing for Beverly Hills Chihuahua 3. It was like the quinceañera scene. So that one was cool, dude. I done a couple TV commercials. I did a McDonald's commercial. That one paid really good, man. That one fucking, but it was a whole hassle to fucking get that money because the agents I was with were shady. They took money from me, and it's funny because when I got the checks, it was checks that they gave me their percentage. You know,
They flipped it.
they flipped this. I was like, and me being young, you know, oh fuck yeah, $2,000, hell yeah, bro, you know.
It was bigger. Wow.
Yeah, and then later on, I found out that they owe me $20,000, bro. Yeah, dude, 20 G's. They owe me $20,000. They were stealing from me. Then I when I called the office, they're like, oh yeah, they're avoiding me. And then later on, what happened was they actually they skipped fucking, they left the fucking office building because the office building was right there by Universal Studios, the NBC building.
Yeah.
And it was like a legit one because I went to good auditions, you know. I got, so then I went on me and my mom, you know, my mom was pissed off, and we went like on this forum, and we found other people that were getting screwed over by the same agency, like this guy and his son, his 10-year-old kid was getting screwed over, you know. Oh, you know, so we all met up, we gave each other informations, you know. I got them served because they were technically, I was technically an employee of the state of California, so they owed me money.
Wow.
So I remember when they were getting served, I remember that lady. So it was a duo. It was a ex-husband, ex-wife agency that they did it together, right? And their kids were actors too. They made money. So I remember the lady messaged me on Facebook. She goes, "Hey, you know, we don't have to go through court. You know, we can meet up in person and talk this out." I'm like, "Bitch, I seen Selena, bro. You didn't shoot me, ho."
Cut the check also. You're not gonna shoot me and cut the check.
And I remember, dude, around the time I was so broke, and I did a lot of little odd jobs for Flappers Comedy Club in Burbank. You know, I did their social media, dude. I remember I used to pass out tickets. You know, pretty much like, you know, to promote in the little downtown area right there by the movie theaters. I used to pass out tickets, and I remember for every person that came to the show, I would get $2.
Got it. So
for me, dude, if fucking 40 people come to the show, that 2 times 40, that's fucking $80, right? Yeah. I just needed money to survive. So I did all those jobs at Flappers Comedy Club. I remember I used to be the DJ there, where I would play the music meeting with the comedians. So it was every Friday and Saturday, right?
Wow.
So I remember, and I wasn't like I wasn't employed by them. It was just, you know, it was pretty much an internship, but they would at least pay you a little bit, you know?
Yeah. So
I remember I used to be the DJ, right? So they would give me, I would DJ 3 shows, right? They would give me 2 free meals, which was really good, bro. It was like gourmet food, and they would give me 5 minutes at every show. So for me, it was like, oh, dude, I'm getting 5 minutes every show. I'm working on my craft. I get a free meal, and they would pay me $40. $40. No, it was $80 for the night, you know, cash. So for me, I was just like, you know, me being a young comic
to learn.
Yeah, me being a young comic who was hungry and literally hungry, you know. I was getting stage time. I was getting free meal, and I was getting cash. So I was working on my craft. And then I remember one time, I was sitting in the showroom before the show's gonna start, and I was just like in my head, like thinking, how can I make money? How can I make money, bro? Yeah. And I was just like, I was young, bro. And I remember before the show just started, like, you know, like with no previews. Gotcha. And I'm thinking, what if in my head I was like, what if I made like a little trailer of the upcoming events, you know, smart, showcasing, you know, before the comedy show started, kind of like a movie, you know, the movie trailers. Yeah. So I went home. I looked up the calendar, who's gonna perform there. I looked up the comedians. I found their videos on YouTube. I made like a little preview. Coming soon to Flappers Comedy Club. You know, get your tickets. And then I also showcased the kitchen. You know, all that stuff. Yeah. And I showed it to the owner. He was like, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing! Send me an invoice. Get whatever you want from the menu." You know. So I was like, "Oh fuck yeah!" So I pretty much like created like that little job, and then a couple months later, they got somebody that was on salary to fucking do it. And then, yeah, I'll bet. Yeah. But from that, I learned how to use social media to my advantage, you know.
Yeah.
And then so I'm talking. So one day I was passing tickets out, right? Because I needed the money. I was fucking broke, right? And then I saw one of the agents that was my agent, right? Like I was like, "Do you want a tip?" And I looked at it. He looked at me. He's like, "Oh, how's it going, Rizzo?" And I was like, "Oh, how's it going, bitch? I'm passing tickets, bro. I need money, dude."
Wow.
Yeah. So then fucking I remember I ran to the comedy club. He's gonna kill me. No, just kidding. But I walked fast, dude. So then I remember man, like probably like a year and a half later, I remember so I went to court, to fight these guys. So they didn't show up, so I automatically won the case, right? So I remember like a couple months later passed. I remember I was in the shower, I was all depressed, like, oh man, I need to make money, dude. What the fuck? I remember when I got in the shower, I got a missed call from San Francisco. And when I answered, they were like, "Is this Martin Rizzo?" I'm like, "Yeah, we have a check for $20,000 for you." And they're like, "We're gonna mail it to you." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, what the fuck, dude?" So I remember when I got that check, I fucking I went to the bank and I cashed it, right? I was like, when I cashed it, dude, they froze my bank account for like 2 weeks.
They wanted to verify everything.
Cause like how the fuck did I go from like overdrafting all the time, dude? No money.
20 G's.
To 20 G's out of nowhere. And I remember, yeah. So, but that wasn't the last time I got paid from that. Cause I remember, cause the agency they went out of business, or they fucking fled the scene.
Yeah.
So I remember, I got another call, and from Chicago, because that's where the actual Spenta Nicolas is, dude. So I remember I got a call from Chicago, because that's where the actual fucking production company was at. And they're like, "Hey, so we want to play the commercial in China. Who do we talk to about sending the money?" I'm like, "Oh, me, because fucking there's nobody else, the agent, And also, I had an agent at the time, but like, it wouldn't be fair for me to call my agent who had nothing to do.
Yeah.
So
you create.
It's like, why would I give that agent a percentage if he had nothing to do with me getting that job?
Yeah.
So I remember I was trying to negotiate. I was like, I was trying to go again $20,000. Like, nah, that's too much. It's it was already played. So then we got down to $8,000, and then again I got another call because they wanted to play it in Russia, and that was like $6,000. So I got
good, man.
So pretty much I got like $34,000 for that commercial, yeah. And also the reason too is because there's no dialogue in the commercial, so it was universal, so they could play it anywhere,
Wow.
Yeah.
And that.
But I mean, it was a crazy adventure, bro. Yeah.
Well, you shared so many gems right there. First, all of your experience. It's a hilarious story. But for me, the story at the Flapper Comedy Club, how you created that job, how you did the DJ, the ticketing, the marketing, you created the whole preview video that nobody had done that. All of those experiences are why you're at where you're at now. Because you go into a comedy show, you know how to do everything. You've done everything. You've done every job.
Yeah, dude. I've done so many fucking jobs, dude. I fucking worked for a moving company a summer, dude, just so I could do comedy. I've done construction. I fucking build houses. I build houses, bro. Like I've done all this stuff, fucking just so I can, because I'm like, just to, I don't know, man. Just to, those are the odd jobs that you do when you're trying to make it, So yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But the social media thing really helped out because I remember like, I started implementing that, other stuff. Because I remember I remember like probably 8 years ago, I was like trying to find ways to make money, of course, make money again. And then I saw the Halloween. I went into Halloween club, and I was trying to apply for the social media job, but they didn't have any social media openings. So I just turned in a regular application. And the guys from Halloween clubs, badass guys, are Pakistanis, the owners.
Yeah.
Super cool guys. And I remember, so I went for the audition, what the fuck, for the interview. I'm looking Spider-Man here, dude. So I went to the job interview, and the guy was, because I was gonna be like a regular fucking worker there. I'm like, no. I want to do social media, and I showed him my videos. He's like, good idea, because around that time they're selling the hoverboards. So like, if you make videos promoting my hoverboard and also the costumes, you wear the costumes and make funny videos, and then so we renegotiated like instead of making at the end of the time it was
Like
$15 an hour, or it was like more like bonus bonus base, so like. So we did that, and I made some funny videos for Halloween Club, man. So like, yeah, it was cool, dude. Yeah, and they gave me a free hoverboard. They gave me a free Spider-Man costume, and yeah, dude, it was cool. And those owners were so cool, dude. The Pakistani guys.
yeah.
Because I remember the Halloween Club that used to be in Montebello, right there off the 5 freeway, by Commerce. So outside, like during Halloween Club, used to be before Amazon fucking came and fucking took everybody's jobs away, because now you can order costumes. But dude, it was so during October, huge lines, and outside there's these hot dog ladies selling, like food,
Yeah.
and these guys, the Pakistani guys, will go and order food from them, like from the hot dog ladies, and then they'd be like, they they are good people because they are not taking from my business, like. They buy the costume, they go eat, we work together. And I'm like, dude, these guys are badass, bro. And the guy's name was Jack, super cool. They gave me a free phone, to film stuff, so it was a cool experience, So I,
Good experience.
and then also from one of the videos, I also, like that, like a homeboy, active collision. We also met up like that through a video, through the car video, the Costco video. And then like that, I was started helping out social media and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, man. So like now like a lot of stuff is social media. So yeah.
Yeah, and you're
Angel Peaches, what's up? Shout out to Angel. You gotta get her on your show, dude. She's part of Sonora Dinamita, dude.
Dude, I had the chance to talk with her. She's such an amazing talent.
Yeah, super cool, dude. Hell yeah.
You on Pandora, you have a comedy album. Maruchan is Japanese for broke.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's old school, dude. Oh my gosh. Maruchan is yeah. So it was like a play on joke. Like, what does Maruchan mean? Broke in Japanese?
Talk to us about that album, and do you have like another one coming?
Yeah, I do. So that one actually I self-produced, bro. It was the same thing. Nobody was giving me an opportunity, a chance. So like, let me. I did some shows in El Paso, Texas. I recorded the audio of all the shows, and I crafted pretty much like a 30-minute what's it called? 30 minutes of audio. And I made my own CDs, bro. I got these cool stickers to put them on the CDs. I would sell them after shows. I uploaded. I submitted it to Pandora. They accepted it. So it's pretty much just a lot of DIY stuff, bro. Just like you gotta build your own camino, bro. Your own fucking road.
Yeah, you really done that, man. That's one of the things that I find so impressive about your career is that you went out and you did comedy. You did comedy, and you're hilarious. You've got great jokes, and you've toured, but you're not stopping there. You truly position yourself where if you were to take, so for instance, if you were to look at your social media and let's say take the top 20 skits you've done, you've got a whole show, like a TV show.
Thanks, man.
You created characters. You've created unique moments. And I could really see that for you. I could see that you keep doing what you're doing, and somebody's gonna come along and put the Mexican Stevie Wonder with his own show. You know what I mean? So,
bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to Stand Ready Bros podcast, dude. Listen to it, man. We get down and dirty on that podcast.
Yeah. So let's talk about some of your podcasts, because you've had you're frequent guests on different podcasts. You had a podcast called Podcasters del Norte in Spanish.
Right. That was let me show you. I'm actually in my office right now.
Okay.
I'm in my office. So it's a little messy, but hold on. How the fuck did I flip this shit right here? So this is one of them.
Yeah.
Squad by the Bell. What's the full podcast? So these are old. I need to put more, because I haven't updated these like in like 3 years. Podcast del Norte, and then there's like one of the first ones, Rizo, where I used to do do a history podcast. So I still have my Christmas tree in my studio.
You're ready. You're already ready for December.
I love Christmas. So this is my office right here, my little couch, aquí, my little fucking hielerita right here. But I don't keep anything in there. It's all downstairs and outside.
That one stays empty.
Yeah, it's funny because I got a mini fridge, so I could be like, you know, like when the boys come over, you know, we have some drinks, but
Yeah.
all that's in there is like old ice cream that I forgot about like fucking like 9 months ago, you
Right.
know? I'm like, oh, fuck, dude.
Do you have because you have Podcasters del Norte, right? And you did that for a
Yeah.
while, and that one was in Spanish. Is that one going to come back?
Yeah. So a lot of these podcasts are coming back. We recorded a new one for Squad by the Bell, which we're gonna rebrand that one to a different name, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. And what's it called? I want to bring back Rizopedia because there's just it might be retooled, you know, something else like more like kind of like I guess TikTok, you know, just because I have so many fucking
Yeah.
so many ideas, you know, that I'm like, oh, dude, I want to put, and I see people doing shit like that, history shit. I'm like, oh, dude, I can do that, dude. I was doing that, you know, like, so yeah.
So what's Rizopedia?
It was just me talking about facts, you know, be like, oh, today's the history of hot Cheetos, and I was like, you know, I talked about that shit fucking like in 2018.
So
Today's the history of tacos.
You did it years ago.
Yeah, this is the history of tacos. This is the history of condoms, you know. So it was like that. It was full episodes like that. Yeah.
Got it.
So yeah.
Wow. So you had, and I know I saw Podcasters del Norte where you did it in Spanish, which I found really cool, right?
Gracias, man.
You know, you live in LA, you live in California. Most, you know, your jokes are in English, but you speak Spanish perfect, bro.
Gracias, man. Es mi primer lenguaje y hay veces que siento que necesito que practicar más porque hablaba mucho español. I used to talk a lot of Spanish when I lived at home, you know, like, of course, you know, cuando vives con tu mamá, hablas mucho en español, miras la televisión en español, las novelas, todo ese desmadre. Y ahora fucking, cuando no vives en casa con tu mamá, you know, it's like you barely fucking speak Spanish, you know, so it's just like, yeah.
¿Y te has atrevido en alguna vez de hacer comedia en español?
Sí, he hecho comedia en español muchas veces. Empecé a hacer comedia en español porque hace como 3 años, Felipe, o más, como 4 años, Felipe se estuvo, he was getting ready to do a special in Spanish, right,
really?
for Netflix. No, sí, luego empezamos a hacer shows en español, un chingo de shows. Fuimos a hacer shows como allá en San Diego y luego shows en Tijuana una vez al mes y así practicando y nomás escuchando radio en español, podcast en español para mejorar.
Como la lengua se traba un poco cuando uno no practica. Así que hay que
Eso sí es cierto, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when people give shit to J-Lo, you know, for not fucking knowing Spanish, I'm like, dude, if you could fucking practice that shit for a long time. If you stop talking, dude, like, you forget that shit, dog, you know? And it's funny because, like, Ben Affleck, that fool speaks good Spanish.
Does he?
You know?
He likes,
yeah. But, yeah.
So,
he like,
serious game in Spanish.
My man?
He probably has serious game in Spanish.
Oh, dude, he speaks way better Spanish than J-Lo, bro. So, he does. Dude, dude, it's funny because, like, so, being about Spanish, if you don't, you know that novela from the 90s, Dos Mujeres Un Camino?
Yeah.
With Eric Estrada. So Eric Estrada didn't know any fucking Spanish. I mean, enough Spanish to get by, you know, like, order a
beer.
Yeah, or beer or a fucking a Cuban sandwich in Spanish Harlem, algo así, you know?
Right.
Or ordenar algo de comer allá como en la bodega, pero he didn't really know any fucking Spanish, bro. So like he was nervous to take that job, you know? So he learned Spanish as he went along, as he filmed the show. He had an earpiece and they'll feed him the lines, bro. So they made the story where to kind of make sense, like he was actually a guy from from Los Angeles who would travel to Tijuana as a truck driver delivering stuff. So that's why they were like, oh, that's why he has this accent, because he's actually a Chicano. But
wow. Imagine
that shit, dog, like not knowing Spanish, but you take this job. Like, it's like you pretty much lied on a job interview.
Yeah.
You know? Like, hey, yeah, look at.
You know that the bag must have been so good that he was like, I'm going to learn Spanish. They
showed
him
dude.
Money. He was like, I'm going to learn it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. I know fucking Spanish. Yeah, we can do it. Yeah.
So, and what happened to that Netflix special in Spanish? Is that still going to happen?
Oh, ya lo filmaron allá con Felipe.
Yeah.
Pero él nomás es nomás de Felipe ese, pero y gracias a eso yo sí practiqué mucho mi español y siempre cuando viene el homie Carlos Vallarta acá a Los Ángeles a hacer shows, or SoCal, I'll open the shows for him in Spanish.
Wow. So
yeah.
So, and I don't know, should I? Well, I guess I'll ask you this in Spanish. Cuando haces el show en español, ¿verdad? El material que tienes preparado en español, ¿es distinto al material que tienes en inglés o son como los mismos chistes pero traducidos?
Son los mismos chistes traducidos, pero sí siento que a veces que sí agrego nuevas, como un poquito, cosas nuevas, porque es español y porque es nomás como la onda de hacerlo.
Claro.
Yeah, so I feel like it's more like a dynamic when you like speak Spanish. You do add something because it's a little bit more like you accentuate with more Spanish words. Como, y hay veces que sí he hecho shows en inglés y sí agrego palabras en español, but I do add Spanish words for sure. You know, like when I do like my sets.
Yeah.
So it's like not Spanglish, but just like adding some words, you know, to kind of like just accentuate, you know, the set for sure. Yeah. Or accentuate the joke, yeah.
And it's interesting because I feel that, see, I lived in Chile for a little bit. I finished high school in Chile. And
Órale.
And the sense of humor was different. That's one of the things, you know what I'm saying? Some of the things that like Americans are kind of cool. You know, they're kind of like cool, you know, they're kind of like more cool. Where like, I think that like in Chile, for example, things were more giggly, right? So like
silly, more silly, more jokey joke, more like
more silly. You even see it like, you know, like on our TV shows, right? They're more silly in Latin America. So the comedy was, you know, I imagine that the comedy was a little bit different. Do you find that moving from an English-speaking crowd to a Spanish-speaking crowd to a California, U.S. crowd versus a Mexico, Tijuana crowd, do you have to sense the crowd and navigate the crowd to really get the jokes off?
I feel all of California is kind of the same, even Baja California, because especially in TJ.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people in TJ, everybody speaks English down there, and also they have the same TV channels as San Diego, so they grew up watching TV in English. You know, they grew up with the same TV as like a lot of you know, people in
San Diego,
in California. So like if you live in a border town like that, you do need to learn Spanish for the tourists. You know, the touristy stuff. You know, so yeah.
I want to talk about one of the jokes that you said that like it was. I think it was like a tweet or something that you did, dude. It had me laugh out loud. That's the melatonin right there. It had me laugh.
I know, right? Oh, dude, I fucking.
That's like what the guy was like, time for the shot. Dude, you had this one joke where it was like, you were like, Latinos and Filipinos share custody of Lou Diamond Phillip. Oh, dude, they had out loud laughing so hard. Is he half and half? Or is he like Latino?
He's half white, half Filipino, but also he has indigenous in him. Okay. So technically, if you're indigenous,
right,
you're a Native American. I mean, Native Americans, you know, it's the invisible line that separated fucking the indigenous from this part, the South and North. So I mean, basically, Native Americans from the United States are the same as Native Americans from Mexico. So she's like, so technically, he is Mexican, dude.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's the same thing when you're eating a chicken. What's it called? A chicken. What's it? Because you know how they say chickens are dinosaurs. You know?
They do?
Yeah, chickens are technically dinosaurs. So like, if you eat like a dino nugget, it's really a dino nugget, bro. Science, bro.
I know that.
Yeah. So chickens are the closest relatives to dinosaurs, dude.
I'm gonna go. See, that's a Rizopedia.
That is a Rizopedia right there, dude. Yeah.
That's good. And another thing I wanted to talk about, because you were talking about Mexico, is something that, you know, like, you're so funny, but there's this heartfelt moment that you had in one of your social media posts where you had where your abuelita lived, and you were like, I used to go here, my abuelita passed, I haven't been back since 2012 to spend your pesos, and you show on Google Maps like the street.
Yeah.
Every now and then I just go and look at this to remember. Did you spend time there?
Yeah, dude, I used to go there summers, man, as a kid. That part Michoacan up here. That Michoacan, I used to be there every summer. I used to fucking, dude, I lived out there for like at least like almost like a year, dude. Yeah, I mean, it's just because my mom didn't want to go back, and we're just having too much fun out there, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Latin America is just so much fun. The food, the people, the family. It's more
Oh my gosh,
right?
dude.
Everything's like so rule based here, right? Wow. Yeah. No,
also back then that was before fucking the cartel was out there, you know. So that was like before all that desmadre happened. So it was a very like what's called a chill time in history. I remember, yeah.
Yeah, that's good, man.
But it was me and my grandma, dude. It was cool time spending out there, you know, just watching cartoons out there and all that stuff. The food, oh my gosh, man.
Yeah.
It was delicious. Drinking the best Coca-Cola out there.
Yeah.
Like,
We pay extra for that here.
yeah, dude, for sure.
So you are continually performing. You've toured the nation. Do you have any upcoming shows and events that you want to make sure people know about?
Yeah. So watch for the podcast. What's the Fool podcast? It's on Ray Rose podcast. And the other, wait. These vitamins are killing me. The other podcast?
the muscles are coming in now.
So stay tuned. I have some this weekend. I'm going to Boise, Idaho.
Yeah.
Private Idaho. And then I'm going to be there. But I do have some big shows coming up in SoCal, dude. I have the Yost Theater on the 27th of July. It'll be me, Jay Valentino, Concrete Live, and some other funny guys. And then August 19th, I'll be at the Malecon in Fullerton. Me, Ken Flores, Alfred Robles, Noah G, Hector from all the Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah.
And Jose V. So it's me a fun show, and Sasha Mercy too. So a really good lineup. So we'll be down there. So that's for the Knockout Comedy. So it's me badass, Just those are some big shows, and then we have some other big ones too. Chicano Comedy Fest, Avenue 26. We're gonna do another one in October. So that's me a really big one. So hell yeah.
Wow, bro, that's
Just
awesome. You have incredible social media content. Your stand-up is hilarious. What's the best place for people to like find you, to follow you? Where do you live online?
I'm on Instagram a lot. You can find me on TikTok, my podcast, but Instagram is mostly the place. And I haven't gone live in a long time, so I'm gonna probably do this more often. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, perritos.
That's good, bro. That's good. My bro, it's been an honor to talk with you about your career, to interview you. You're hilarious. Yeah, brother. Thank you so much. Hey, listen, so this went live on your live. So if you can add me as a collaborator and post it, and long enough just for me to snag it down, then you can do whatever you want, but I need enough time to at least download it.
Orale, hell yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah, brother. I'll tag you and everything. And, dude, you're hilarious. I can't wait.
Guys, I appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, bro. And your skits that you do on social media, that's going to turn into like a TV show or something.
Thank you, man. I'm trying.
Yeah, and get a good agent, not the one.
Make
sure that they
not stealing money from you. Oh yeah, dude.
The big one is for you. They keep the little one.
I know, man. Oh yeah. All right, guys, man. Appreciate it, dude.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
All right, then.
Peace.
Later.